Everything happens so fast at Alexander's Prestige. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Supercars of London. Welcome back to Alexander Prestige, where Sam is taking delivery of the Defender. You may have seen the 500 miles that we took in the Bentley Flying Spur up to Alexander Prestige just so that Sam could collect this car here. And the reason why I started the video saying that everything happens so fast is because if you saw the other video, there was a Mercedes-AMG 63 GT. I don't actually know how you say the world's longest Mercedes-AMG, but anyway, the four-door AMG GT was parked here in between this stunning Rolls-Royce Wraith and the 911 Turbo S because the car has already been moved outside where it is parked next to the Bentley. And we're going to go past the Maserati again so that you guys get to see the stunning MC20. Look at that side profile. Look at this combination. I love this thing. I think it's an unsung hero from Mercedes. I kind of feel like it was a pointless car. Why do we need a four-door Mercedes-AMG GT? One of the cars that I favour so much when I look back at my channel. The AMG GTS was the perfect combination of comfort, performance and thrill because it was rear-wheel drive, whereas this, I believe, is 4MATIC. Yes, indeed. Now, I've lusted over this car a little bit over the last month or so, and this is my first opportunity of actually driving one. I think from this angle, it has no representation of an AMG GT at all. It looks more like a curvaceous S-Class or E-Class, but with the aero kit and this spoiler and rear diffuser back there, it looks properly cool. And I do have the key now. Sam is going to be my cameraman.
Does it suit me?
You do look a little bit silly in it.
Yeah. I feel a tiny bit silly.
Turn
like
those
time it's gonna...
Turn those lights on. So we are about to take this car for a spin. It is such a beautiful place to sit this car. Mercedes just get the interiors right, and this iteration of Mercedes interior is pretty much perfection. I'm gonna get the seat as low to the ground as I possibly can get so I feel like I'm driving a sports car, but inside it could literally be the most luxurious car in the world. Oh, I'm a little bit out of breath. How do I turn the volume down like this? Oh, this is a real beast. I love the size of it, having so much car around you with the V8 rumble as well. This is a real experience. I feel like this car is massively overlooked because if you've got 100 grand to spend, you'd probably just go and buy the AMG GT. There's not many people that would try and combine a practical four-door saloon car with such a successful performance car and merge the two cars together. But actually, it makes sense from a value for money point of view. You would merge everything together. You could have this as the daily driver, and you could also have this as the Sunday hooner. And as I'm finding out straight away, I can tell that the suspension is properly set up to handle these corners and built for the racetrack. It is stiff. For the times that you would be pushing on, you would have a lot of fun. Now, this car, I did a little bit of research. When I first got the idea of potentially buying one of these, I went onto the Nurburgring lap times because obviously we are aware that this four-door saloon is the fastest four-door saloon around the Nurburgring, and it's only 3 seconds slower than a Ferrari 488 around the Nurburgring. That is impressive for the size and weight of this car, and considering that the Ferrari mid-engined V8 is the peak of the supercar world. Obviously we've got the F8 Tributo now. You can have a lot of fun in this car. Oh, it is an angry AMG. Even though it's four-wheel drive, it is a proper angry, shouty V8. Don't know what that whistling is. Sounds so good. I know what the whistling is. I was thinking, this car didn't have that whistle the last time I went out. I've got a GoPro right here, so the aerodynamics of the car right here are absolutely terrible. Listen to the whistle. I don't know whether you can hear over the V8, but my ears are in tune to the whistle. And I thought at first that it was the turbos, because I was like, it's got so much grunt and character. When you let off, there are burbles under the V8. I did wonder whether this was going to be a quieter. Obviously, the car's much larger, so that the exhaust exits are actually much further away from your ears, but it is still aggressively loud and very much an AMG. So whilst it's an overlooked AMG, it goes under the radar. I saw a couple on Instagram and fell in love with the way that you can modify it. You can get so much power out of the car, and you can still make it louder and even more AMG. I know exactly who Mercedes built this car for. They built it for the mums and dads who have kids that love going fast. So the mums and dads are petrol heads, and they've created kids that are also petrol heads. So for a Sunday drive, rather than just one person going out for a drive, the whole family goes with them, because it is so much fun. There is zero body roll going around the corner, and you can just fly past Sam as he's filming some B-roll. It's got so much straight line speed. The brakes are insane and just bring your lungs and internals to the front of your rib cage, which can hurt a little bit. But then round a corner, you can pull so many G. You've got all of the confidence of four-wheel drive as well, that together combined, you have got an absolute road weapon that can fit the entire family in. That's what Mercedes have built this for. Families of four. There isn't a fifth seat. It's cup holders who are all petrol heads, and they must exist. They must be out there. Like, I just think this is the coolest car to take your family for a drive and drive fast. These houses are really, really nice. I like this village a lot. And then you can slip it into comfort mode. Not that I would suggest it, because it is quite numb and a little bit boring with slightly stiff suspension. Mercedes haven't hidden the element of this being a super sports car that well, because driving along here at 20 miles an hour in fourth gear in comfort, you've got a lot of road noise, and the vibrations are quite aggressive through the suspension. But the moment you put it into Sport Plus, this car is alive at anything above sport. It's a properly cool thing. For 100 grand, it is an all-in-one package that, as you would expect from Mercedes, delivers, and delivers incredibly well. It is a European muscle car, as you would expect. A hell of a lot of fun, and perfect for the family of petrol heads. An overlooked Mercedes, but one that I'm so glad to have driven now. It is properly cool. I'm going to try and find another place to turn around, do a few more flybys past Sam, and then head back to Alexandra Prestige. We have made it back.
I already love that Defender.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, it's so bad, but so good.
I can see you taking it off-road already.
Oh, yeah, I've got some films in the glass. This looked cool from the outside, though.
Did it?
Yeah, it had proper. I don't like the back so much, but from the front it had proper presence. And I say, when you went, I was like, I ain't keeping up with that.
It is such a capable car. It's scary.
Why do I feel like there's a butt coming?
How fast you can go in a straight line, how fast you can take corners, how fast you can brake, considering how big it is and how heavy it is.
There's a butt coming, there, isn't there?
I don't know whether there is a but.
No? Okay.
I don't know whether there is a but. I think it
this
is.
or an E63?
That.
This or an RS6?
That.
This or a Panamera?
That. However, I have just spent 3 hours in this bloody flying spur. So this felt like it had the suspension of like, honestly, it's a really, really firm ride.
Yeah.
Even in comfort mode, it's a very firm ride. You could feel it through your bum, you could feel it through the buckets, everything on the road you could feel. That was the only but.
So this is the thing, when I came here and did a load of test drives for my next daily series, I drove a GLC 63 and it was the same thing.
Yeah.
It inherently made me feel special. I was like, well, this is cool. Why?
Yeah.
I was like, it's a bit too firm.
Yeah.
And is flying the flag for actually get boring dailies.
Yeah.
Because you've turned up in the world's best Grand Tourer,
Yeah.
everything else is crap. So you should buy a really crap or boring car so that everything you test drive is impressive.
Yes, that's a good way.
That's the answer.
Don't spend 100 grand on a 4-door saloon that can do the supercar stuff.
Spend 100 grand on a Defender 90. Because that's how much they cost.
I will leave it there. A really interesting drive. My first and probably only time I'm going to get behind the wheel of this car. It's really, really quirky. It's really quirky. It's very different. Shut the hell up. But yeah, thank you so much to Alexander's Prestige. This place is unbelievable.
What is wrong with that person?
I have no idea what's going on. But that is insane. I will leave it there. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bentley Flying Spur and the 4-door AMG GT. I'll see you soon. Take care. Goodbye.